Hello there. I've come on. I'd just like to thank everybody out there on YouTube who is watching my post that I put up. I put up one the other day there. 3,800 people viewed it. But unfortunately, nobody liked it. I never got any likes. Never got any subscribers. Now, I'd just like to say I do realise that some of my material out there at the moment, it's not very professional. Uh, I'm just started and things will get a bit more professional. My camera work is terrible. It needs to get, I need to get a grip of that. But I've got various other bits of equipment now that I'm going to start using. I'm going to get out and about a bit more. But my main objective on YouTube is to try and build up my subscriptions and, get a few more likes on my posts. The main reason I do it is because I try and help people out there who are struggling from addiction. Now, addiction comes in many forms. Personally, mine was alcohol. But addiction, to me, addiction is a mental illness, okay? Like myself, I fell into addiction. It was pretty much possibly inevitable that it was going to happen because I was brought up with quite a violent alcoholic father who, I don't want to go into it in case family members or anything are listening, but it wasn't a very nice upbringing. Then I leave school at a young age, basically to try and get out of the household. I joined the army, and but pretty much, all through that, I always swore and promised myself I would never touch alcohol or anything because watching what I watched growing up as a child, it was for me alcohol was out the equation. But unfortunately, I found that when I took my first drink, that it relieved all the tension inside my body that I was carrying about for years and years. It had gone. I socialised better. I talked better. I got into, you know, I was just getting into company and socialising was great. But prior to that, I was just I just buried my head in the sand and would never contact anybody or speak to anybody. Alcohol took me out of that, out of my shell, and it gave me the courage to, just be a person, a human being. That's what it made me feel like. But fortunately, without realising it, I didn't realise that the alcohol was becoming an addiction. Okay, I was becoming reliable on it. I relied on it to get me through the day. I relied on it, to get me up in the morning to go to work. I mean, crazy what the addiction did to me. But that I'm going to cut it short because I don't want to bore people. It's the reason that I do the YouTube and I do the TikTok as well. But I'd prefer to go onto YouTube. I would love it might sound like a plead, but I would plead to everybody out there to subscribe to my channel. Put a few ticks, a wee likes on there. It helps with the algorithm of YouTube. It gets you up there a wee bit. So that's what I came on to try and do. I'm going to be doing more posting about getting myself about the country and doing various things. But I do want to get a hold of people out there that are struggling in addiction. As I say, addiction comes in many forms, not just alcohol and drugs. There's all different types of addiction. But I feel personally that they all come from a mental health problem. You're trying to find something. An addict, alcohol, you're trying to find your something inside you to make you feel better. The same way drugs, the same way gambling addiction, the same way sex addiction, the same way eating addiction. All these things, you're searching inside your soul for something better. Okay? Now, I said on here before, I found faith in God and Jesus, and that was the best thing that I could ever have done was find that, I always, it was something I never thought I would get involved in, but actually knowing that having that faith is just it's like a comfort blanket around me. It's security, you know, and being addiction free, being sober is the best feeling in the world. So it's just one of these things I'd like to get across to people. There is life after addiction. Personally, I thought that, what am I going to do if I stop drinking? What can I possibly do? There's no life without alcohol, because that was my life. It was my life. And when you're trying to get yourself off of that addiction, you're thinking, well, but there's nothing else out there. There's nothing there for me apart from alcohol, because that's what keeps me going. My alcohol is my best friend. But, I lost so many things through the alcohol. Family, partners, wives, and I've eventually just woken up. So this is the reason I'm doing I'm looking to get some more subscribers on my YouTube. Now, whether you've got an addiction problem or not, you possibly know somebody out there that's got an addiction problem, or you know somebody out there that's struggling. I do contact people. Every one of my YouTube followers out there, I always try my best to get back to them. If I see them out there struggling, I will talk to them. So I'll cut it short because I said that a minute ago, but I'm just looking to try and get some more subscribers and try and get some more people to put a comment on and put a like on, whether it's a bad comment or not, or whatever. Just put a comment on, put a thumbs up, and subscribe to the channel. And who knows where we go from here, but I promise you it won't be boring. Thank you very much. Please subscribe.